Sant and Angela Linda. Shout out to Farmboy for giving us that performance, even though it was a bit, because of the technical difficulties, so we really do apologize for that. Now we're back and we are into the moment that all matters right now, where we get to find out who's the best in the Free State Province. It's all about the top 10 artists, and I'm about to introduce you, our panelists, who's joining us and what they're doing. Earlier on, I did mention that all of them are into music at some point, okay? Champ is into radio, and music plays a lot on radio, so it's all about the music. Joining us on the show today, we are joined by someone who's one of the long-serving artists in the industry from the Free State. This is the lady that is behind the hit Sekwanele, and she has given us a lot, okay? Tiwa is joining us. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yes, I'm excited to be here. I got a lot on my mind. Yay! Yes.
We're also joined by Amutaf and Breakfast Show host and the Top 40 chart host, Champion Blesser. Are you still blessing us on the radio?
All the time. Ke tlo dula ke le blessa go ya go ile. Le no ke le blessa bona le no monate ya.
Sponsored by Champion. Yeah. And wrapping up our panelists, we're joined by CTFM Music Manager and someone who's an artist as well. I don't know how to pronounce the new name. How many times have you rebranded?
Quite a few times, but
Yeah.
I think this one is the final one.
Okay. DJ Zazi Alpha Zodio, is that how you pronounce it?
Yebo.
There we go. He's joining us and wrapping up our panelists this afternoon right here on FS Online channel, on YouTube and on Facebook. Super excited.
Yeah, no, I think we can all agree that our panelists are very heavily involved in the music industry in Free State, and they have knowledge, okay? One thing about them is that we have an actual artist from the Free State, but that is set the pace already, and we have someone on the radio that deals with like a chart, with all the music going around, and of course we also have a music compiler. So trust me when I say we are in safe hands today. But I actually want to have a conversation with them. Now I want to start with someone that was here on the previous one. Yes, that you are catching the bullets.
Yeah.
The look was like, oh, it's coming to me. What do you think you're going to do differently today?
Today definitely, because before we came here, we sort of got a criteria which made things a lot easier. Because from the previous discussion we had, when we had to have a top 10, we did not really have a criteria in place. So with that, definitely I have names that I'm going to provide. Yes.
Now, Champ, it's your first time here,
Yeah.
but you do this every week.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is most important for you? Like, what are you looking into? How do you want the artist to do?
Wa tseba ngwaneso ho ya ka mo Free State ina le talente ka teng e wileng hore batho ba e hlokomela. Ke nahana hore ka jeno ke mo e loreng le di artist tse ding tse ntseng di nahana hore le bona ba sebetsa ka thata fela ba sa hlokomele hore rona le dintho tse ngata tse lokelang hore di etsahale hore o bonahale hore o sebetsa ka thata ba tla ithuta hore le nako e tlang ba tsebe hore ba lokela hore ba etse phumane ba le mona top 10. Jwale ho ba ntseng ba sebetsa ka thata le bona ba tlo kgona ho hlokomela hore ntse ke sa sebetse ka thata fela hobane mosebetsi wa ka kuna wa hlokomelwa ebile ke recognized hore I'm one of the top 10 ya Free State. Yeah.
100%. Now to our last panelist, Miss Man.
Yes.
Miss Man, you've been a part of a lot of controversial conversations. Okay. You've been dragged all over social media. Yay. Now today, what do you want to say to our audience, and what do you want them to keep at the back of their minds as we proceed with the show?
It's always constructive. The criticism is always constructive. It's never personal. And this is something that I have learned over the years, because if I had to take everything that was thrown at me or dished out to me, like I would have been depressed and. So at the end of the day, I think, if people stop taking things personally and understand that what he says, it comes from because he knows or understands the industry, what he says or what I say. We're not saying what we say is the gospel. However, it comes with the joys of being in the industry for so long. Yes, it's evolving and whatnot, but at the end of the day, experience counts. and I'd like to believe that we know what we're talking about. So it's not personal.
Yes. Now, as our panelists did mention, we are working on a criteria today, and it's very strict. So, right, it's a strict one.
Definitely, definitely. Zazi mentioned that earlier on, I don't know, there was no criteria. But it was not like this one.
Not like this one.
Not like this one. Okay, okay, with guns blazing. Let's go through the criteria with you to find out, okay, if we're speaking of Angela and we're saying Angela deserves to be on the top 10, then Angela has done this and that. Oh, by the way, for an artist to be on the top 10, well, they at least have to, make 50% or 60% of the criteria. At least, yes. So we'll start off with, of course, being a musician or making music, right? I know a lot of people that want their favorite DJs to be on the list. Right. And it turns out the DJ does not make music at all, plays someone else's music. So you have to be a musician or at least make music.
Yep, and also the artist should have the potential to represent the province nationally, because I think we are beyond just looking at province-wise. We are looking at someone that has that it factor, that star factor nationally as well. For the Motor, is there potential for them to grow beyond the Free State and beyond their comfort zone?
The top 10 is also for those that are upcoming and those that are already in the mainstream as well. So you will find big names and you can find names that you've never heard before as well.
Yep, and also their professionalism. I think our advisor did say earlier on that people don't consider that aspect of it. You don't even have a business account. That's not professional in terms of business, So we're looking at that as well.
We're also looking into your personal branding. How do you take your brand? Are you growing the brand? Is Angela associated with bad stuff? When we think of Angela is on the lineup, we know that it's going to be a dramatic show.
La. And also, in the world that we live in the age of social media, how is your visibility? And also, we're not just talking about that. We're talking about the streets. We're talking about traditional media. We have TV, we have radio, we have other aspects as well. How visible are you?
Now, the next criteria, you can debate it, but it's all about bookings. Some say about who you know, some say it's all about the talent. I don't know, but we're also focusing on the bookings.
And of course, digital and numbers. Music has always been about numbers. We want to know the streams. We want to know how many people are listening to you. We want to know what is the impact that you have on people out there.
Social media following plays a big role when it comes to artists and making music. You need to be present on social media. Let your fans, your followers know that, hey, I'm about to drop the next month. So are you good on social media? Is the brand growing on social media? Do you have a social media or you have 300 followers like Sans?
But also the other thing is, are people listening to you on the radio? I mean, I get into the taxi and there's music playing on the radio. Do I hear your song? Now we also want to know about radio plays as well when considering these artists.
The most important one is looking into the year 2022 and how it was as far as music is concerned. So we're looking into the new music of 2022. Maybe your favorite artist released songs last year, but 2022, nothing was dropped.
Yeah, man. The other thing is, of course, stage presence. Performance will always be a very important aspect of the music industry. I'm speaking when you're out at the bookings that we spoke about. Do you command your crowd? Is the attention on you? Or are people just like,
and listen, it's not an easy job to do. Not everyone can master that.
Definitely.
We'll also look into all genres, which is very, very important. We're not limited when it comes to genres. We're not saying hip-hop and amapiano or other genres out there. If you are into choral, then you might make it to the list as well.
Yep, gospel, whatever it may be. And of course, what is a Free State top 10 artist list if you're not from the Free State? The artist 100% has to be from the Free State to be even considered to be on our list for today. I think that is quite a fair criteria.
Definitely, and it's not even tied at all. It includes everyone.
Now, Siabangen.
We're definitely doing this.
Are we doing this?
We're definitely doing this. So to all the artists that are watching this right now, I don't know, do you meet the criteria?
How answer about no, only bonus or check, 60% more. I don't know. I have to find out. Now, panelists, the difficult time is now. This is what we came for.
You gotta sip on it, baby. You gotta sip on it.
You need something stronger.
Yes, but also just a quick reminder, you can also interact with us on our social media platforms and give us your opinions as things are mentioned here. Maybe DJ Yarona Wite, favoritism. Let us know what you think. Interact with us. We are live on YouTube and on Facebook.
Now we're going to start off by throwing in names. Well, at least 20 names, right? And then from the 20 that we have, we narrow it down to 10 based on the criteria. I have a lot of names in my mind, but I'm hosting today. I'm not on the panel.
I think we dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Safe enough.
I would vote for my favorite or my friend to be number one. That's me.
Yes, that's why we have professionals. That's why
Definitely.
we have professionals. Okay, but also the other thing that I want to, this has been an argument in previous discussions that we've had, right? This is directed to all of you. Are we still looking at people that are based in Free State, or are we including everyone, even those that are now maybe based in the big cities or have long gone from the Free State?
I think we should include everyone, like the criteria said. It doesn't matter where they are in the world, as long as they are from the Free State.
As long as only Free State artist.
Perfect.
Okay. We're dropping names. I've always had qual about this name never having been on the list. Ever. Captain FS. A hip-hop artist from Virginia. Accolades and accolades, from the SA Hip Hop Awards and the likes. He's got his music on TV shows, collaborations, deciphers, visibility in the hip hop world nationally. He's recognized, and yet he's never been recognized in the Free State. See, I have qual with that.
So it's capital FX.
Captain.
Captain of FX.
No, not DJ Capital. Captain.
Captain.
FS.
Okay, we'll just remember.
The FS is for Free State. That
Free
one I know for
State.
sure.
Captain. FS. Ahona DJ. He's a hip-hop artist.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my number. Well, my first, my
Yes.
first name.
Suggestion.
Yeah, suggestion.
Yes.
Just a quick reminder, key suggestion. In order, just because the name is mentioned doesn't mean it's going to end up on the final list.
Champ?
Ke mabitso a mangata di artist di ngata wa tseba. Fela bana beso ho na le motho ya bitswang ka hore ke Troy. Ho tswa Botshabelo. Ntho bohloko hangata ke hore ba bang ba batho ba bona mesebetsi se le mono fela ha ba tsebe who the real person behind the work.
Yes.
Jwale Troy tsele batho ba ngata holo aba etsetsa production because akere o qadile re motsebele motho ya binang on stage fela a nka nako ya hae ngata a le behind the scene a etsa production sebeditse le batho ba tshwanang le bontate Stana o sebeditse le Mike Vital o la ba recognizewa ka di Central Music Awards aba fumana le studio ka lebaka la mosebetsi wa yo motle re mone a performa Makhufeng ke bona e le mongwe wa batho ba ile reng le yena ke artist e le reng e kgolo le music wa hae o teng radio hona jwale ke bua di charting hona le pine hae bitswang ka hore ke Phakate Inside social media una le following sebetsa ka thata e re ke tloele mo Troy M wa Botshabelo.
I was about to say,
DJ? Ho tswa ho nna, definitely we need to have Kenny McVital because of his momentum, and he has a great team behind him. Ke tla epaka hona moo.
Okay.
My turn.
I think you can mention two now, or three.
All right, so Snazo, very talented female artist. We'll get into details, as well as what's the lady's name? I'm bad with names. It's fine. It's she's a singer, but it's fine. We still Ocean Indoni has potential. We can put her in there, though I don't think that she's put in more than, but hey, we can put her in there, but I honestly don't see her in the top 10. However, I wanted to say the gospel artist, man, Bani Kama like,
Teboho Moloi.
he honestly deserves to be in there. She's a female gospel artist, Andy Swampanta. Andy Swan needs to be in there, and I will elaborate. However,
She's
she
the one
is
from Joyous.
from Joyous, from SABC2's what do you call that gospel show? You know, so yeah, I'll elaborate though.
Ke kopa Teboho Moloi bana beso.
Yep.
Ke tla kena into details.
Okay.
PKMZ.
Yes.
Kopa PKMZ. Afrotonic. I ke bone lift mo I ke ba bone batho.
There it is,
Okay,
there it is.
okay, ke ba all right. All right.
And also, can I just say, sorry, just a reminder, as we mentioned these people, keep it in mind, have they release music this year?
Yes, 100%. Comes a heavy point. Comes a heavy point. 2.1. Ke ba qeta?
Okay, I know we've got a lot. We've got a lot of artists. So,
Moloi as well.
Debo who?
Okay, we're gonna keep
Teboho
on
Moloi.
throwing in names, but for now though, we have to take a quick ad break, and then after that, with like Amabito Amang, and then we start discussing who deserves to be on the list.
All right.
It's good.
Freedom means to me being free, having everything that you need by time, being a free citizen of South Africa.
What I trying to say?
Freedom e mena tokoloma ga eo.
No care.
Ke o ikemela the other way around. Ha se gore o tshwantse o nne loss. O nne gantle. Gore o phuthuloge ga o sa le le station. Ska lo tshogile. Ha o nna loss o tswa mo taolong. Ko itailang o na le freedom of speech, freedom of life, freedom of anything.
Okay. Spell for me quarantine. 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 Quarantine is a kind of spell person. Grading.
C'est ma vie?
Grading.
What? Is it?
Yeah, Crading.
That's what they call quarantina. That is double quarantination. Quarantination, which is the extended value of quarantine plus nation equals quarantination.
Vaccine ke injection e batlang e thibela COVID ska o tsena la go tela e so tla pele ka potasho Maria e ka re le bot gore ska tswela thata mo go ena
Ninga vaccinate, but no, bayesaba ukuthi babanga vaccinate ngeke savuka leyanto leya.
Bathung.
Spell Jägermeister.
Nobody can spell Jägermeister. J-E. Jäger bomb, eh?
Jäger bomb.
Are mabenkeleng ke tla spela ke khutla.
Hilarious. HILLARIOUS.
Spell hilarious. join the Free State Top 10 Artists for the year 2022. We are meeting yet again for the second time. My name is Angela Linda, and I'm co-hosting alongside Karabo Sands with our beautiful panelists.
Listen, earlier on we gave you 11 names, so we need more. Before we narrow it down to 10, we're looking for the best in the Free State province as far as music is concerned. We're looking into the music that they've released in the year 2022. We're looking into their stage presence. We're looking into their social media as well. We're looking into the numbers as well, how they carry themselves as an artist. Kutiwa, that I was told by someone that you can't dress like this. You know, is that the case with artists as well, too?
Branding. I have a best friend who's on my case about branding. I'm like, girl, please. I mean, like,
let me be comfortable.
Please.
Let me be comfortable.
Please.
I'm not going on stage.
Exactly.
Yes, we do this twice a year, and as FS Online, it's all about recognizing talent in the Free State, celebrating them, and saying that, well done, you've done well this year.
Yep. Now, as Garba Sands just say, we have 11 names on the board, and we are still yet to mention other names that we are still going to fight and argue about until we reach a top 10 and arrange it in order. Now, we were busy with the panelists giving out names, and I think we're going to get back into that so that we get into it.
Mr. Zazi.
From me, one person, and I'm glad that person released a song this year, Lugudi, has to be on the list. And we also need to have Uncle R on the list. Yes. All right. Obviously, I'll
Uncle R and Luguzi. So those were the two names that were mentioned.
Stage Lebaka.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, he's been releasing music.
No.
I mean,
again, stage. Anyway.
Also, are we looking? Can we also just remember that we said other genres as well?
Yeah. MC Fire. MC Fire.
Oh, okay. On the list, we need to have Kasango. Yes.
Kasango.
The biggest song in South Africa.
Yes, that
that's
one.
Kasango.
Kasango.
Yes.
It's a Free State. Yes.
Yeah.
Velkom.
Wow. Talente.
Kasango.
Yeah, Free State.
Kasango.
People that have also caused
Kasango.
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 Other people that have caused controversy are people like Stino Letweni, Abo Prince KB. Are we hitting them?
Yeah, earlier on, there was a question, should we include everyone who's now recognized as a mainstream artist or not? And we agreed that we need to have those as well.
So Stino Letweni and who else?
Prince KB. Sifi Culture.
Stino Letweni and Prince KB.
Sinef. Iba bangata eh. Ababansi ke balathela.
We are going to fight.
It's going to get heated.
I'm looking at these names. We are going to fight.
Sure.
And also, on the social media streets, just another reminder, throw those names in the comments. We'll be reading them and adding them onto the list.
Umuruti.
What day?
Ronaldo.
Hi, what day? Baba bangata. Semi
to release it this year ne?
No, I still stand to work as a baba to Kapakini.
Lungo.
I don't think this year.
This year I'm on I'm sure businessman.
How to come gospel, Malite. Not semi. Silo Malite. Silo Malite has been very visible, but we'll look at the stats. Like we're just throwing in names. We're just throwing in names.
Okay, can we also have Chronicle Deep on the list? Chronicle Deep.
Chronicle Deep, okay.
Chronicle Deep. Yes.
Kind of producer extra.
C-Lab.
Yeah. See who?
C-Lab.
C-Lab. Oh, C-Lab. Clap. What's it clap away now? C-Lab. What's your man? Money Nice.
We also have. Wait, Kak.
Fresh Beat Master. Fresh Beat
I think we
Master.
have more than 20 names now.
There's still others. Just because it's 20 doesn't mean there are no other people that are relevant
Social
or
media ho thwe.
deserving.
Social media ba reng ba re hopotso ba le rona re ka se be le mabitso kaofela o na le ba bang ba batho ba re tlo ba lebala nothing yet
Nothing yet.
la bona ha le qeta tla be le tla ke re lona social media
How about music?
monyetla e
Cleanser?
le hore le bue ha le bue
Music cleanser.
I think with the list, it shows that we have a lot of artists in the Free State.
It's a pool of talent in the Free State, and people are actually putting in work into, making themselves visible, giving us entertainment, and releasing music all the time.
Put in the work, and of course meeting our criteria as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a difficult one in terms of choosing the top 10.
It really is going to be. So are we satisfied with the names that have been mentioned? Do you have other
I am
suggestions?
satisfied.
So we are about to go through them one by one. Re ba batla one by one, ra ba tlosa, ra ba kenya, ra ba etsa eng.
I'm satisfied.
I think let's go back to our criteria now. I want to repeat it again. We have the artists, we have criteria that read as follows. The artist should obviously be from the Free State. We are looking into all genres as well. We're looking at their stage presence and, of course, bookings. We're looking at new music in 2022, radio playlisting, digital numbers, social media following, personal branding, professionalism, visibility, and, of course, does the artist have the potential to be representing our province nationally? And, of course, it also applies to both mainstream and upcoming artists.
All right, let's start off with the first one, Captain FS. Mr. SA Hip Hop Awards.
So, Captain, like I said, is from Virginia. South African Hip Hop Award recipient. You talk hip hop ciphers against the likes of Dumi Mulegani. When you think hip hop heavyweights, he's always in there. And if you had to look at the fact that he's not known that he's from the Free State, which I think for me personally, I also suffered from the same thing a few years ago. But when I said I'm a Free State girl, you know what I mean? Mainly because my career became solid in Gauteng before it became solid in the Free State. You know what I mean? So for a hip hop award winner to having his music is forever on Mzansi Magic's the Soapy Man. Yabo me olo obolayang batho ke mang kana? Mzansi Magic.
The River.
No. Gomorrah. His music is like possibly like every week you hear his music on Gomorrah.
So
You know
that's
what
in
I mean?
terms of visibility.
Visibility.
How is the visibility on social media?
On
as well?
social media, to those that know him, and I say those that know him, when you look at conversations about hip hop, conversations about look, for me, I feel like he deserves to be in there. It doesn't necessarily be in the top 5, but in terms of hip hop, I would put my five rands and say anybody in hip hop in the Free State, in terms of achievements, he has no competition.
Looking at bookings as well?
Bookings, bookings, look, I've seen recently, I see, King.
Amapiano.
No, man, he's hip hop.
Oh. I thought
Indie
it was
festival,
Amapiano keyboard.
like the big ones in Joburg, the hip hop festivals.
Cotton Fest.
Not Cotton Fest. No, man.
No, it's gone.
Banaba Bama 2000. The hip hop festivals there, man. The big ones. Guys, but we're hip hop. Music managers, help me out here.
For the
Help
fact
me
that
out
we are
here.
struggling
I'm not a hip hop person. No, I'm not a hip hop person, but I'm trying to remember. So he's on these stages and consistently. Obviously, we're not going to see him in the Free State, like I said, because people don't even know that he's from the Free State. But on national stages, and this is and I mean, when you say potential to represent us nationally, he has continuously represented us over the years. So, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm fighting for Canada.
One of the reasons why more Free State wholly very difficult for Batu King. What is it that he was not doing right from the beginning?
I don't think there's any. It's the difference between starting your career in the Free State and starting your career in Gauteng. And that's always been, like I said, I'm making my reference to myself. My career started in Gauteng.
Okay.
And so because when you don't start here, people don't necessarily know that you are even from there. Because apparently, fan base, you know, like, for example, you know, Kenny McVital is from here. Everybody in the Free State will know. But if Kenny McVital had started in Gauteng, chances are we'd also be having the same conversation about him, because people wouldn't know him because he started there and he built from there.
Where you started the fans around there, yes.
Say that again?
I'm saying where you started your fans are around there.
Yep. Yep.
And also, let's look into music. Did he release music this year?
He did release music this year.
I'm trying to
this
find
year.
him on social media.
Only 2000.
I'm
not a hip hop guy. I'm not a hip hop. Look, I'm honestly not a hip hop person, but I just know and pay attention to what's happening out there.
What genre do you listen to?
I mean, I'm a house girl. Please.
House girl.
I'm a house girl.
Do you know a song, Afrotonic? What genre does Afrotonic do?
House.
Amapiano. But what I'm trying to point out is that you listen to your genre, but the fact that he has so much impact in his genre, even if you don't listen to it, you know the song either way.
Okay, that's a valid point. That's a valid point. However, like I said, for me, if we had to look at anybody that's on the hip hop list, on that list, in terms of accomplishments, he has no competition on that list.
According to you.
I was about to say,
According to you.
he sounds like he has accolades, but it's difficult
I was
to
not saying, hey,
find him.
And this is why,
Captain
and this is
FS.
why we have different people, because we each know different people in the industry. We know people's profiles and whatnot, and that's why you could have easily had one person on this panel.
Yeah.
So the reason why we have 3 people on the panel is because we bring something different.
How did you know about him?
I knew about him because I saw his work through ProKid, the late ProKid, before he passed on. Like, so he was, and then there was a hip hop group from the Free State, like, you know, but
So he's been around for years.
he's been, and he's still consistent.
Okay, I think to make things easier for us, we have 13 points on our criteria, and we strictly did say that the artist needs to meet at least 50% or 60%. Now, looking at our criteria and all the things that you've mentioned now,
It's over 60.
is it?
Yes.
You've been counting.
So he's from the Free State.
Yes.
He's obviously representing hip hop.
Yep.
We don't know about the stage presence because
You don't know his performances?
do you know them?
I know his I've seen the videos on clips on social media.
Tough one.
No, tswela pele, then you'll go
Okay.
back.
I'll just continue.
I love the challenge.
I'll just
though.
continue.
Yeah.
We don't know about his personal branding, his professionalism. These are all things that you're going to be bringing up, correct?
Have I not mentioned these things?
Social. No. For
Personal
proof.
branding, personal brand. Oh,
For proof. In
Should
terms
I
for
go
the
to my
satisfaction of
phone?
our viewers.
Okay,
But
if
is
you
it
put
what
it like
we're gonna
that.
do with every artist? Now,
Then
have
it
to-
has
I don't
to
think
be
we're going to struggle as
the
much
ones.
with the other artists. Because if I mention, say, Stino Litweni, I don't have to bring up a performance. People already know at the back of their minds.
Okay.
Fair
I don't know
point.
if that makes
Fair
sense.
point.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Visibility, bookings,
and of course, it's definitely
social media,
representing
digital
the Free State
numbers,
nationally
radio
according
playlisting.
to you, right? So can we have the social media following? Actually, yes, all of those.
Well, Kenny McVital has been doing well, especially this year. Especially Tawatabu, the gigs. He has a team, even if maybe it's one person, but it seems like it's
working
team.
very hard.
Yes. And he also has social media presence. And in terms of the songs that he has released this year, they are popular. Like you can't mention Kenny McVital's song without anyone.
And he
have an
also has
idea.
a trending one on TikTok right now.
Yes. Where it's an Amapiano song where he worked with GS Sounds. So he's doing quite well, Kenny McVital. So he needs to be on the top 10
And
list.
he's playlisted on radio. I've heard his
Yes,
music.
100.
And
Aya
television.
Kenny McVitie ke dumellana le yona lena.
Yes. So wait, let's have a definitely list.
Yeah.
I would like our team behind the scenes to have a definitely list, and I think what the panel is saying is that Kenny McVitie definitely has to be there. But in
Yeah.
terms of Captain FS, we are still yet to go into him. Is that fair?
That's fine. That's fair.
Okay, the next person being Troy M.
Champ, you mentioned Troy.
Yeah, Troy M nna personally hangata.
In my opinion,
Ha ke bona Ntate Stan. Ke bona mesebetsi ya Troy. Hore batho ba ngata ba qetelle ba tseba Ntate Stan ka moo ba mo tsebang ka teng. Troy ba petse a very huge role bophelong ba Ntate Stan. Ha re tlwele o sebeditse le Kenny McVitie la hape selemong sena.
City
Re ba
Go.
bone le staging sa Makhufe ba le babedi. Troy M e sala le consistent ka ho etsa production bakeng sa hae o sebeditse le batho ba qetang ho performa No Fanboy o kila spana lena o sebeditse le batho ba tshwana le bo MC Fire social media o popular ha se motho o too professional ha se motho le hore o ka set up interview le go itseng a ba fitla ka morao ho nako Free State e kgonne ho recognize spane sa hae that is why ba ile ba kgona ho ba mo ahele le studio o kreile di award o bontsha hore batho ba behind yena
D award.
ya ngwaneso
D award kapa award.
D award ngana ka dimension ha ke na problem na le music no una le pina e ntjha ntse matha phakati inside e teng le di charting e ratwa ke mathutao le nna ke a e rata ha kalo ke nana hore 60% hanyane se le itlwile.
Okay, do you want to go through the? Okay, yes, he's definitely from the Free State. He's representing his genre. His stage presence, obviously, we've seen from the Makufa performance as well as other performances as well, is crazy. You did say radio playing. He is on radio. Digital numbers.
Yeah, wa hape Troy M ke tlhalositse ne. Ha se artist e o re ka reng o ke motho a focusitseng hore a ntshe dipina tsa hae. But o kgona ho thusa di artist tse ngata tsa Free State hore music wa bona. So ha o bona pina ya Ntate Stana e ne download haholo mainstream e batho ba e rata. Troy e be le yena a entseng production ya pina eo. So ho ba le di number tseo it means le yena wa gaina le yena.
He's definitely visible in terms of bookings as well, and a whole lot of other things on our criteria. He fits in, so I think
Can I
we're all
argue?
agreeing it's an
Can
in.
I argue?
Oh, okay.
I'd like to argue, and I agree with a lot that you're saying about him. However, I have an issue with how you keep repeating Museret Wahai behind other people. Because my issue here is that we're not talking about producers or managers or whoever. We are talking about artists. So if you can give us facts about him as an artist, not him behind Datestana, not him behind Ndatekimang, Fanboy, like him as an artist, then we can take that.
What's that problem making? Mesebetsi ya rona ha e tshwane. Man le mang o na le mosebetsi wa hae. Re ke example ka ntho ke understandang 100%. Ke etsa radio show. E leng hore before ke kena ka studio ke kopana le producer. Ya preparing everything e nna as a presenter ke tlameng hore ke present. Whatever motho a mametseng hae o tlo utlwa e bua ke nna. But ha se mosebetsi wa ka fela hona le motho le reng o behind yona. So motho ona o sebeditse haholo.
Everybody on that list has producers behind them.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to say that as well. You, as a radio, with the example that you made, how it's a denomination, who got a radio presenter of the year, who to champ.
Yeah.
How about a champ and producer? So we're looking at Champ as the artist, and in this list, we want to look at him as an artist beyond all that he's doing.
I would like to.
Nice.
Producers are not artists.
They can be artists.
Thank
But
you.
They are not can.
They can be artists. No. There's producers, there's beat makers, and there's artists. So let's not confuse those three, please.
Okay. Troy M.
Does both.
Ke producer, ke artist, ke award winner.
Yes.
Ke tsona kaofela.
We're not disputing the production part.
okay.
Our argument is that you are basing your argument about him on his work behind the scenes, and you're even making an example about yourself
Okay.
being a radio person and having a team behind you.
Yeah.
We are saying everybody that's on that list has people behind
That's
them. We
true.
can easily have Kenny McVital and say, "Come on, Tama, we need to put Hloni Mokoena on
Yeah.
that list because Hloni is behind." Or we can easily say, this is our very same reason that we want Money Nice on the list because Money Nice is also behind production. Production, do you understand? So that's why I'm saying your argument for him right now is not over 60% valid or over 50% valid because you're basing your argument on his behind the scenes work.
Ha re argue ka dintho tseo ke di buileng, ke di feng tseo o sa dumelane le tsona so that ke di explain. Which one?
The fact that you are basing his
No, I think what he's saying is
No,
that with
plele-
the criteria,
two
right?
things tse ke di
What is
buileng
it
tse
that
leng hore ha o
only
dumellane le
relates
tsona.
to- or maybe that it only relates to him as a producer, not
Yeah.
him as an artist. So which points? I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah.
Which points on here only relate to him as a producer, not as an artist?
So I say to him, this thing, there we go. So I said to him, I agree with a lot. This is what I said from the beginning. I agree a lot with what you're saying about him. However, I have an issue with the fact that you are talking a lot about his work behind the scenes because that means that if that's the argument, then it means a whole lot more people should be on that list.
You know where the danger is.
Even the
Ke
best-
buile dintho tseo a di etsang tseo a di fihletseng tse ngata. Ke be ke qetela sebetso ona wa hore behind the scene hape. Ke qadile ke batla ho bontsha hore ke artist. That is why ne ke bua rona performer Makhufeng o na le dipina di chartseng, social media o sharp, stage presence, di kindia kena, personal branding, ke di buile. Kaofela hore o na le potential ya ho represent a Free State.
And I agreed with
Eh.
you. I
So
agreed
dintho
with
tseo
you.
kaofela wa qualify professionalism, visibility, digital numbers o na le tsona kaofela ntho tseo. Why o focus nthong e one eo e hore e ka se di tsena kaofela tse ke buileng ka tsona. O understand?
Is it on? No. It's like I said, once again,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think then the mistake that you made
Eh.
is you mentioning his work behind the
I
scenes.
had to
Yes, I would like
to
go
show
back
hore
to
motho
that.
ona o na le potential ya ho etsa almost everything eo re
And
ka nahanang ka
now,
yona ntho ntse ke buang ka
when you
tsona.
go onto that, mentioning his work behind the scenes,
Yeah.
this is why I keep saying everybody on that list then means everybody who's worked.
Let me
with
show you the
whoever behind
difference
the
between
scenes
ntho eo
needs
buang
to be
ka
on the
le
list.
buang ka yona.
Yeah.
Let me show you the difference. Troy M wa producer ke artist wa performer wa bina dipina tsa di tshetse most ya batho bo filang hore le bona ba deserve hore ba ka kena because of ke bua ka mosebetsi wa Troy wa behind the scene. Ba bang ba bona they cannot sing. Ba bang ba bona o ka se mo beile stage le go fela tshware mic ya dumedise batho. Ba bang ba bona o focus strictly ho producer, strictly ho etsa beat. But Troy M o di etsa kaofela. That is the reason why ke ile ka tlameha hore ke di mention almost kaofela tseo nna ke di hopolang.
Yes. I think Champ was mentioning that just to say, here's other things that Pro M does, right? Back to Captain FS. You mentioned that he's collaborated or worked with Pro Kid, right? You mentioned that. And when it comes to the criteria, he's mentioned a lot of things that he does
Yes, we need to know.
based on the criteria. So with that being said, are we putting Troy M on the list or not? The addition of whether he produces and he's pushed so and so forward, that's another thing.
So
Where
Are
ka
you
we?
asking me?
I think there are 3 people on
Yeah.
the panel, so let's
Yeah.
just go by a vote.
Zazie, yeah.
Yes.
Zazie,
Yo,
the tiebreaker.
To wrap
this
things
is a
up.
tough one because where I'm sitting, Troy M does a lot of noise behind the scenes. He has a potential, but does a lot of noise behind the scenes. So, who shot? When there is something a short down, a come on fund that national presence as Troy M.
So,
Alone.
is
As
it
an
an in or
artist
out?
or as a
We
producer
don't have, as
or-
an artist, that's
We don't have
Maybe-
much
Oh,
time
okay.
left.
Yes.
Maybe? Is it a maybe? Can we have? So are you saying yes or no or maybe?
Is he in or out?
If you were to say as an artist, I would say no. As
An
Troy.
artist.
Why? I
As
also
an artist.
understand this.
Okay. It's time for us to go on our ad break. Things are getting heated, as you can tell already. Kuti, on the couch up, it's about to set aflame. But for now, though, we have to go take a quick ad break, and then after that, we'll be having discussions about the other artists as well, and who we are keeping on the list and who has to go.
Sharp. Sure.
That's pointless.
Shame.
Damn it.
One hour later.
Oh, you know, sometimes this English run away. But you sharp as in Bohali.
You must ask.
Yeah.
2 hours later.
Yeah, mind block, ne? Mind block. Maybe it's this Ramadan.
Please name the big five.
A lion, a leopard, an elephant, a hippo, and a rhino.
Lion, buffalo,
Whoopee!
elephant, I forgot these two words.
Is a lion, a buffalo, lion, buffalo, tiger,
Wool up, nigga.
elephant, and what did I left?
Wool up, just wool up.
Elephant and rhino.
Big five.
It's called the big five.
Animals. I remember blue crane, springbok,
What?
galjoon, rhino. Is it an elephant or a lion? And an elephant, let's say an elephant.
How many cities do we have in Bloemfontein?
Cities. I know Tabanj. I know Botshabelo. Yeah, those are the ones I know.
Cities.
Three. Name them.
Okay, I know Soweto. Yes, I just remember Soweto, and Tavern is one of it that I know most of the people, they don't know about it. Get Kala Uklan Twitching.
What do you think makes a cloud? Liru.
What makes a cloud? I think I've got two things. Air pollution.
Wait a minute.
Air pollution makes clouds. I mean,
Who are you?
I've been taught in school. But air pollution, when you make air pollution.
You are slow learner.
Oh, not loud, you are. But the other thing maybe is better, man. Sometimes,
Fucking idiot.
Arige, the bed, whether in a bed, like literally, weather forecast, how blella for a cotton, not cloud and shit.
Don't run. Murife, don't run.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. Evaporation, dog.
Makes a cloud.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
What makes a cloud?
Crowd or clown?
Cloud. Liru.
Evaporation.
What
Makes a cloud.
What makes a cloud? Morse code.
Batung.
Steam.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I guess steam.
What makes a cloud? Alcohol.
What?
Oh my God!
It makes it loud.
And we're back. We're all about celebrating local talent right here on Free State Top 20 Artists of 2022. I'm Sans and I'm with Angela Linda. We're bringing you the heat live from the Thoughts Lounge here at Batu Location. And right about now, we're about to get into some jams. She's a lady that is going to take us to church, make us feel holy, and forget about the sins that we've done, and, you know, like, be in line with God. Tembeka Makhele is on standby and she's about to give us a heated song. It's called Naki Bomang. Follow her on social media at Tembeka Makhele, everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and on Facebook. And for bookings, you can slide into the DMs. You can also check out on TikTok. There's a profile picture with everything that has to do with Tembeka. Tembeka, take it away.
Vamos seguir vamos ruling la vida, vamos
Like literally, are we on? And we're back. It's the Free State Top 10 Artists right here on FS Online Channel. We're live on YouTube and on Facebook. Coming to you live and direct from Thoughts Lounge. That's where things are happening. We're here to make sure that we celebrate local talent. We recognize those that are putting in the work and making sure that they get us dancing. Making sure that when we're sad, we become happy. Making sure that when you're brokenhearted, you know which song to go to. It's all about that. So we're still trying to find out who is making it to our top 10. We have a criteria, and it's a long criteria. Already, we have one person in the top 10.
Yeah.
Which is Troy M.
And we've discussed about 3 artists already. And I think one thing that was mentioned during the break, or that was discussed by the panelists, was that if it's a no, that means that's a no.
Yeah.
So
and
to
maybe
save
it's a no.
time.
And
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
it's a no.
it's a no. So we have to be 100%, or the panelists rather, have to be 100% sure about, the names that we throw into our list. But also there was a comment on Facebook, and this one is from a Facebook user that is watching live. Just a quick reminder, we are broadcasting live on Facebook, Free State Online Channel, that is our Facebook page, and of course on YouTube as well. Now someone had a question, and their question was, how do you guys define top artists? And the question is coming from Victor Khantape. Now one thing that I would like to also, make clear, maybe to Victor, is that our criteria is how we are going to be defining the top 10 artists, or rather a top artist, and what a top artist is. Now, just to jump straight back into the conversation, without wasting time, we are not going to be dwelling too much on an artist. We look at the criteria and how much the artist fits into it, and are they deserving of being on the top 10? Now, back to our discussion. What was the final conclusion about Troy M? Right now, we're not justifying. We're just voting.
Yes.
It was a maybe, yes, no.
Yeah.
Okay. So a maybe, yes, and no.
Majority says out.
It means maybe for now.
Now, if I have to have Troy M on the list, I would have him at number 10.
On the list. And you're already putting him in,
Yes,
giving him a
there,
position.
at number 10.
At number 10.
At number 10.
If he's in.
If he's in.
Cham.
If. That is a if.
Yes, that is a if.
Our producers want to put him in.
You still stand that Troy is in.
Yeah, 100%, definitely. Troy
Okay,
is in.
Siwa, did you think about it during the
Look,
performance?
like I said, I'm going to keep repeating it. I do not have any arguments with all his other reasoning. It's just that I don't feel that, like he said, his work, we know of him more about his work behind the scenes than him as an artist.
Okay, now going on to the next person.
Okay, so Troy M is in.
A maybe.
No.
Already, Zazie said like.
Have you
he's
changed
in,
your vote?
But
Yeah,
position
if he's
10.
in.
If. So what does
At
that
number
mean?
10.
No,
if.
let's not talk about if it's
Mr.
in. It's
Zazie.
up to
Okay.
you if it's in.
No, I'll have him in.
You'll have him
Okay.
in. So that's 2.
Are you cracking under pressure?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I think
I am not. I'm looking at
Producers,
the other names. I'm like, nah.
before re mo kenya ne kopa re ngola fela ini pela lebitso la hae, just like Kenny McVital, before arranging the list, because we still have to have our names out first. Now going on to Snazo.
I brought up her name, and I'll give my few reasons. And I say few reasons. I'm not even going to try and be difficult about it. I first heard of the name on Radio 2000, right? And then I saw people on social media that were attending her launch. And I'm seeing her bookings with amongst Bobo, the divas and whatnot, where you see a change. For example, most Nanunkosi Likutala, Snazo is there. You know what I mean? So I don't know her that well, but from what I've seen, honestly speaking, I feel that she deserves to be on the list.
Okay, so we're quickly going to go through the criteria, right? I believe you all know Snazo, right?
Yeah, she's also on the charts.
Oh, she's on the
Lena was
chart. See, he would
partnership.
know.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
You mentioned bookings, right? Visibility, she's there. Social media following and how she is on social media.
I wouldn't know. I would have to research it. But like I said, I do not have all the facts.
Okay.
But I gave the facts that I know of. I get
And she
she's
released
bubbling.
new music in
Yeah.
the new music this
2022.
year.
And
Yeah.
how does she carry herself as a brand and her
prof-
professionalism?
Very professional. Very
Professional.
professional from what I've seen. Zazie,
I
Who are-
know.
who are named
Sharp-
in?
she's safe, but now she doesn't have that thing already. Oh, Snazo, you from the Free State. Oh, Kisnazo. She doesn't have that thing.
Yeah.
And I think
Get you.
this list needs to have those people. You understand? So for me,
It's
it
a
will be a
no.
no.
Okay.
Champ.
It's a no.
Is she new?
She is new.
She's.
She's a, yeah. I think the
Okay.
EP was her debut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
I think he
I've
disagrees.
come across her a couple of times.
Has she released music before this E EP?
Yes.
Okay,
She
Champ.
has.
Let's
Snazo-
vote. We have one no. We have.
Spanish high staying just fella. There's a lot loring etlamile ayetse or etsahale hore re kare o top 10 in your Free State. But to be honest, Yena, she's coming alright.
Maybe next year?
So now,
Maybe, yeah.
it's a maybe from me.
Fair enough.
I need our panelists to be very
Already
firm.
now, and maybe it's a no.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
Look,
How do maybe it's a no?
and I'm not even gonna argue because, like I said, ke mo tseba ka mo ke mo tsebang teng. So I'm not even gonna argue about this one. And when you say next year, I think it's fair enough. But I think she needed a mention.
Snazo, number 11.
That's a no.
Going on to the
Violence.
next person, being Ocean and Ndoni.
Out.
You mentioned
I
her.
ke mo tseba ka pina e one fela o.
She's bubbling.
Only one song.
Out.
Andiswa.
Ke mang on this?
Andy Swambanza is a gospel artist.
Oh.
She's national. She has been national. She's gone on to, I'll just mention the things I know about her. She's gone on to building her own personal brand in the gospel space after leaving Joyous Celebration. She's secured some TV gigs, so where you know there's a gospel show, and Iswa is definitely going to be on that gospel show. She's been nominated for even Body Central Music Awards, Free Gosmas as well. When you look at the lineup at gospel, and Iswa is most likely on the gospel list. So based on those arguments, I feel that she's from Velcom, so she's from the Free State. So based on those arguments, I feel that she should be on the list.
Did she release this year?
Confirm.
Okay.
And also talking about social media as well, I can see her social media presence is quite big. I'm looking at 33,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would want her to be on the part of the top 10. Yeah.
Dope.
Okay,
Like, yeah.
so the decider would be, is that the decider? Has she released music this year?
But that is
Well, it's
over
with-
60%.
So, okay,
Over
it's over 6. So that's a definite in.
Yes, that's a definitely for some flavor.
You and I don't know na lie.
So it's 2
It's
out of
okay.
3.
It's all good.
So
It's all good.
It's 2 out of 3.
It's all good. It's 2
Yeah.
out of 3.
Moving on to PKMZ.
PKMZ suggestion names who deserve our bada. Because who's funny, but the unfortunate part he's focusing more on DJing. And he's a producer, as so he's not an artist in Kenya top 10. But really, the suggestion. Spanish me out. Keep on
Totally
pushing.
disagree. Totally disagree. And I disagree. You know when kids, bana babaka, when they know your song and they go crazy over your song,
Yeah.
then you know hore, you can't say things like that. Because how many of those people on that list can they say, "Wana go strat and sell utsela pila yaka"? Do you understand?
Which song are you referring
Snagger,
to?
snag, like, dude, snagger, snagger. That song is still big. I don't know on your charts,
Yeah.
but right now, we like, dude, in the 16, 17, in the we can take off.
The
You
song,
understand?
Mamela hang on the song has a PKMZ, ki akade.
But
Featurile PKMZ.
featuring-
So rekasi buika pina e wele reng hore ha se a high.
Sorry, if sorry.
But he's part of the song.
Yes, which is in what I builing previously ka draw.
Sorry, in terms of music industry, lingo, the fact that he's featured makes him, he's part of the song,
Yes.
meaning that, let me say, so he matters in the
Yeah,
song.
too
Can you
much.
have, can you imagine the song without the vocals? Do you understand? So the contribution, irrespective of you are the main artist or the featured artist, the contribution matters if that's your argument.
Ene, remember I'm the one at Linga Libitola PKMZ, knowing Spanish are high. But to be honest, I give feel who deserve our who top 10. When
now-
or who feel or abe top 10, fefela mabaka, maybe next at be.
Listing.
Okay, let's go. Professionalism.
Very professional.
Personal branding.
He's very You don't think personal
Not really,
branding?
no.
You don't
Personal
see
brand, no.
PKMZ all over the place?
It doesn't go all
No,
in.
no,
Okay.
no, no.
Yeah, it doesn't
All right.
go all in.
Visibility?
Bookings.
Visibility?
I think
yes.
visibility goes hand in
Visibility, yes or
hand.
no? No. Visibility, I get it. It's step by step. Visibility?
I only know the songs, but not him.
You don't see him. He's not
Nah,
visible.
nah, he's not visible.
That's another question that I wanted to bring up. When you think Snegeneke, is PKMZ the first person that comes to your mind?
What?
When you think of the song Obotabanaba that you use as
Well,
an
because
example, would
I
they know
think,
him?
well, it's not my only argument. Again, we're going through the list.
Yeah, but I
However,
just want to go back
Snegeneke,
to that argument.
the fact that I remember PKMZ's name, that should say a lot.
Ke ntho e etsahalang ho batho ba bangata ba tseba lebitso la pina le monga eno ha ba tsebe ba tseba lebitso la pina le hore e reng ha ba tsebe hore ke a mang.
Okay.
Ke e nngwe ya dintho tse khabatang di-artist
All
tsa
right.
rona.
Visibility. Let's go back to the list.
Okay.
Okay.
Visibility.
Visibility. You say no.
No.
And so he's not getting bookings every single weekend, and he's not visible on social media. He's not going live while he's in studio. He's
Wa
not
di
going live.
kreya di-booking as a DJ. O fapane hole le ntho e re buang ka yona. A ke re ne o tjere batla artist.
That's your argument
He's a
earlier on.
producer, so he's not going to perform the song.
Eh.
He's a producer.
So are you saying that producers, Wabana, this is where now my argument here, Troy, comes into play?
Yes,
because
who's the
right
producer?
now, it means
Wait,
the producer,
contradict.
the
Wait,
argument,
contradict.
wait, you're contradicting yourself.
No.
You are. Because you kept going on about Troy as a producer. And right now, you are basing your argument of not having PKMZ on the list because he's a producer. But the fact that he's making, I could easily say the
As a
same
producer,
thing.
fair.
Mamel, I could easily say same thing right now about Kamza Heavy Point. He's not a performer. He's a DJ and he's a producer. And he's doing damn good well. And he's on the list.
That's
so
fine.
that argument, the reason I'm saying it's not valid is because we can easily base it on other people and you would have different feelings about it.
Now, when it comes to PK, he's good with his art, but he shows a lot of things.
As a brand.
As a brand, there are a lot of things missing from PKMZ. So for now,
Okay, let's look at radio
Kapa
plays.
out.
Also, it's about, we have to look at the criteria
The
and then we vote and then we wrap
criteria,
it up.
exactly, yes.
Remember, we can't spend too much time on one artist. Let's look at, the one thing that he has on his side, you guys said professionalism. He's obviously from the Free State. Do you think he has the potential to represent Free
Yes.
State
Yeah,
nationally?
yeah.
Okay, he has that. And, okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, Lonette, okay. Also, social media following.
He's
Bubbly.
working on it, man.
Bubbling.
Can we not speak about maybes? I need us to be brutally
Bubbling.
honest.
It's a no
I
for
so
now.
ka e
It's
fihla
a
moo.
no.
So ke
I
no.
so ka e fihla
Yeah.
moo.
Are we saying no? Okay.
Are we focusing, when we say social media presence, right? Are we focusing on the artist is posting and pushing?
Are people
whatever their work,
engaging
right?
with you?
People are engaging. Or are we focusing on how many followers you have?
Engagement.
It's definitely
Engagement.
It's always engagement.
Engagement.
When you want to talk about water, how many people are actually going to engage with you about that water?
Yeah.
Even if it's a conversation that's
Engagement.
not really- people want to be on your. How many people are on your side?
Also, engagement is based on the following as well. If I have 200 followers and 70 of my followers are engaging, that's a good engagement.
Yes.
That's a good engagement. So we need to look into his following and the people that are engaging on his content.
Everything.
Can I also bring up something? I love that example that you brought up. Can I have someone that has 100,000 followers, higher live, only 50 people watch. But you can have someone that has 1,000 followers, higher live, 100 people watch. Now, when we compare these people, the engagement on a 1,000 is higher, right?
Yes.
But with your example, the one that you're making, give for a yes, on a 1,000 or Fumana 40, and that's a lot in comparison to the ratio. But compared to only 100K followers, the fact that Fumana 50, it's still more than.
But compare the ratio on its own, because now it's
We're speaking about
100K
engagement.
into like 40.
Okay.
You understand?
I think we should
Now,
leave the numbers.
okay.
Just focus. Tabanyao, how do they use the social media for their art?
And the
Yes,
brand
yes,
as well.
as a brand.
Yes.
Because babang we postela ntho tsa bona tse ikelang kwana na wa bona. And about all
Facebook
engagement.
and PK right now, most of the time it's about the music where he's playing.
Are they
and
engaging?
everything. Most of the time.
Are they
It's about
engaging?
that. Yeah.
That's
What-
amazing.
you know what?
Okay.
Look, with Mzi,
Not in
for
a
me,
bad
I
way.
think we can have a vote. However,
Yes.
as we go through this list, these very same arguments. Once again,
I want
I'm
us
gonna
to
bring
remember them
up.
later on.
Remember them for
Okay.
other names as well.
100%.
Zazie, is he in or out?
He's missing a lot. He's missing a lot of things, so it's a no
It's
for
out
now.
from Zazi, champ. 10 words, Bela. Also, I've fit 10 words.
For now, it's a yes.
For now, it's a okay.
Yes.
Afrotonic. Who mentioned Afrotonic?
By the way, we're already at 4 names.
Afrotonic o sebeditse ka thata. Batho ba bangata ba ile ba mo tseba nakong eo a ntshitseng pina yang ya Standela e leng hore le no ha o ka e letsa wherever you go in tse ratwa ke batho. And Afrotonic was nominated ho di summer and Remona perform Makufeng when it comes to bookings or on a safe side. The streaming side is very nice. O kreya di downloads tse sharpo. Social media o sharpo. Radio play o dula ale di charting most of the time on different.
I was about to say.
Remember.
I'm asking your chart or other radio stations.
Let's say the
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Le ho eo ya ho ya ka, it's very important to bue ka yona.
Yes.
Because how ka sheba top 40 charts ya Motheo FM on number 1 radio station in the Free State. So if we struggle o fihla charting yenu e hloka debate.
Yeah, Angela.
Wow. Wow. Music
Wa bona?
compiler.
Yeah, so Afrotonic a se ntho tse ngata tse nka di buang ka yena because pane sa hae sona se ipuela.
And he also has stage presence.
Yeah.
Does he have new music in
Yeah,
2022?
yeah.
No argument about Afrotonic from me.
He's
Yeah,
in.
Nalipina.
He's in. Comes a heavy point.
For
Comes a heavy
now,
point.
it's more on the same level. There was a point in time, there was that momentum. Pick up. But now, it's going back to level PKMZ as well. No. He releases music, but is the music working for him?
Can visibility be taken away from you?
From who? Kamza?
From a person, from a person in general?
It can.
Okay.
Yeah, it can. So, yeah, I am missing him as well.
We haven't had this top 10 this year, ne? Yeah, the first 6 months, it was not there. Was it there? It was not there. So we're looking at January to December.
Yes.
All right, cool. Just confirming. Look, for me, comes a heavy point. Look at how he's looking at me. I'm side-eyeing you right now. Comes a heavy point right now. For me, I think he's a very talented producer. He's a very talented DJ. His brand visibility is on point. I think the only issue I would have with him is that after Nomathemba, there was no consistency or there was no follow-up in terms of
Him as an artist.
him as an artist. So, which puts me at a
Difficult.
but everything else, I feel that he would take all the other points apart from the consistency after the first single.
Ke dumelana le wena ne. Ebile no ha ke na but ke dumelana le yena 100%. And it comes as motho a nang le music o mongata. Like unsa singele a gola two single tseo ke bonang a dintsha nna ka selemo kapa one. So when it comes to taba eno ya new music hape ho tlo ba thata hore re ka re e tla molwaneng.
PKMZ?
PKMZ ntsha music every month.
Andy Swa, Troy M, and the others as well.
Yeah, every 3 months at least Camilo puts music.
Or a monthly.
But however, if we're looking at the criteria, based on everything else that we've mentioned, apart from the fact that there's no music in the last 6 months, he's been consistent or he makes the list.
Yeah.
If you look at the criteria, then he should be on the top.
He's
10.
from the Free State.
Yep.
His stage presence, does we all agree?
Stage present as a DJ, Opla, he's a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New music, yes, he did release this year. And then radio play, yes, he is on radio. Digital numbers.
Pina ha e re khona o utlwa for kgwedi and then after more
Nantse ke utlwa ka senya ka just by the way.
Yeah, ke kgale ba e download-ile, ha e ne.
Visibility.
Social-
Yes,
yeah.
I think yes. Social media, bookings as well. We see him on posters every weekend. Professionalism.
So that's over.
Comes heavy point
He's over.
in.
Yes,
Just
he's
by the way,
definitely-
we are sitting at 6 artists in now.
We need 4 names.
Kamza in.
Kopa le nne le be aware.
Tebo Moloi.
Kamza is in.
Tebo Moloi.
He's from the Free State.
One, yep.
Very professional.
Yep.
Personal branding.
Yep.
He's
This-
well known, visibility,
Yep.
Oshapu, social media, over 400k Facebook, KK Tsebang.
Bookings,
Digital
yep.
numbers, download to the Akena, the bookings, the Shapu, new music, yes, this year,
presence.
Yep.
stage presence,
Yep.
Umnati Tebo Moloi, according to Na.
Totally agree.
Yeah, now I would sacrifice him for, who's this? The Womorud.
I also want to bring that up.
We're still coming.
I would
Harisa,
sacrifice him for the Womorud.
We're still coming.
the other thing I'd like to do is not just because the other argument is that, especially for groups in the minority, say for example, you're a female, how do you Kenya listing just because you're female?
No.
You know? So even with the genre one,
Yeah.
let's not say there should only be one person representing a certain genre. So I'd like to keep that.
Yeah.
I'd like everybody else to keep that at the back
Yeah.
of their mind as well.
Yeah, Tebo Moloi in.
Yep.
Are we voting?
Yes.
So it's 2 already. We are sitting on 7.
Okay.
Uncle R.
No, we're on
2.1.
2.1.
2.1.
Definitely yes.
Come on.
They are in, man.
That's a definite yes.
Ding, ding,
To
ding.
save time, I fit in.
Hey.
Uncle R,
We
Kimango.
need 2 names now.
Uncle R
going to
Kofi.
The guy who,
That's
Spirit.
what I think.
Yeah.
Spirit movement.
Oh.
that guy. Yeah.
Oh, ke tseba pina.
Yeah.
Oh, ke tseba pina eo. Ke tsebe monga eo.
So, yeah, that guy this year, it was this year, obviously, because of the song. He also got international gigs from the Free State.
Because of that song.
Yeah, because of that
Yeah,
song,
yeah.
you understand? And but he's doing well, man. Numbers, obviously,
Because of that song.
of that song.
I would
I
like
can
to know
remember
why he
2022.
keeps on emphasizing it.
Yeah. Ribuaka 2022,
Bookings.
I get it. Yeah.
Because of that song.
Because of that song.
Wait.
Social media.
Can I ask something?
Not really.
What is your point in emphasizing because of that song?
Because le Afrotonic ha batho ba bangata ba tla motsebo e ne le ka pina ya Nya Standela. But the question is, after that thing or after that song ya hore you be mapping o ba consistent ya pele kapa o etsang. So
Fair argument.
ha na qeta o bua because next time ya go ke mekena hano ne ke tlo batla o understand hore pina e releasitswe neneng this year. Maybe if e releasitswe let's say October and then ebe November December obviously untsale da, but that doesn't give him a platform o top 10 in ya hore because no tse kwena tlamile re tsebe hore ho tloane selemo se qala ho fihlela a ntsha pina eo ho etsaetseng ka yena. Ha e baneng pina
But Champ, it's still 2022.
Yeah.
We did not say the song was released in this month, right?
Yes. Nna ke batla hore ke tsebe span sa hae hore 2022 o entseng. Because you cannot be artist of the year. E le hore o trendile kapa o tsebahetse 3 months. Re bua ka selemo the whole year.
That was going to be my other
O no
argument.
etsa eng before the song kapa after the song o ntso etsa eng. Pina eo e ntshitswe neng?
This year,
Boneng after June or before.
early March.
Early this year.
Can I-
So it
Can I-
means since
Officially,
Mosebeleng.
that's name we know.
So it means unantsa spana then ke understand how to jwang. It means unantsa spana because the booking would create after mo. So this year it means unantsa spana.
Also, with that argument, ne, how can you decide you are artist of the decade? I want to make it a larger time span. Ne? Would you go and vote for someone that was more famous, let's say the first 4 years of that decade? No, Jena has a relevant.
10 years ago, fella, Papa. If you're gonna be on the top,
Yeah.
But
then
I'm-
you need to be
exactly.
consistent
So I
for
want
10
you to
years.
remember that with your argument in terms of the year. I want that.
So pina eo ke yona e ntseng hore a be mo a leng teng. Ke yona e bile resonateang hore o batle ha
Because he's an artist.
And is it still at the top?
And therefore, no. I want to come in here, Askis. And now I want to come in between you guys and say, because of that song, o sebeditse.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what he's
true.
basically saying.
Yeah. For
Because there's
2022.
one song.
Yeah, he said
and
so.
Yes. So meaning
Mhm.
that Osebe, this is where
Because
the
of that
consistency,
song.
professionalism, yada, 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 he
Okay.
started building because
Mm.
of that song.
Yeah.
And that counts for something.
Okay, now let's vote.
That's true.
Let's vote.
It's an yes for me. Next time it's but yes for me.
O so motseba no?
Say ke motseba no.
Mm.
Because of that argument.
It's a yes from me.
Ke kopa o botsa before re etsa yes or no. On the chat, o teng?
He was.
He was. Oh.
2022.
Nna ha ke mo
Spirit,
tsebe.
Spirit.
The comment
Was on
to remove.
Metro
No, I know the
chat.
song. I know the song,
Okay.
but I didn't know.
Okay.
Eh.
Okay.
So
How back announcer, how maybe it's Uncle Arlie DS anymore?
I do, then I pass.
So what's your vote?
Next,
So-
next
so what's
minute
your-
anako.
What's your
What's
vote?
your vote?
My vote kore Uncle R hore ebe artist of the year. Check and net for night no. But definitely ka focus on the song. Re bua ka 10 songs of the year. Maybe na ka kenya pina ya hae.
No.
So obviously you are saying yes.
It's a no.
That's
It's a no.
yes. It's two
It's a yes
yeses.
from me.
And let's go to Liguri.
I think also one thing we should have done, okay, but I think we'll get back to it. Hanta ringola di ini jena, but it's about is it 2 ins or is it 3 ins?
I think
I
it's
don't think
because
it's
it's two
We are
ins.
we are already at 8 and we still have a lot of artists.
But
Yeah,
the person
Roba card,
is
I
in
don't know
because
why.
of two
Eh,
ins.
there is no
card.
card. Sharp.
Le Goody.
Yeah?
If the person is in, it means there's two yeses.
Yes, but I'm saying in the end, when we have a list with over or more people, we have to check Urebana Badi 3, both and
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like when we come back. Yes, because we have a lot of names already.
And we don't have time.
Exactly. Lugudi.
Le Goody.
Oh, it's an in from me. He has a brilliant team behind him. Social media presence, engagement with his fans,
Consistent.
gigs, image. If there's one thing from the criteria that I would say maybe, yeah, it wasn't really that strong,
New music.
is the music part.
Yeah.
Yes, he released the song
Yep.
this year, but did not become a big song. But all other criteria points, they are there.
For me, looking at the criteria, the only thing that he doesn't have on this list is new music in 2022 or new music.
He had.
Well,
He has.
No, I get shebile into
Guys.
Music. He has.
Okay, new music.
I think she means in terms
The-
of it
the-
catching that fire and
Yeah.
attention.
Oh, okay.
Like it's the
He
only
has a
thing
song,
for me
okay.
on the list
he has
that
a
he
song.
doesn't have.
He has a song or music.
Sorry?
He has a song or music.
He has other songs as well.
Pina,
Yes, other
technical.
No, I was just
But we have
asking.
to be. We have to be.
Okay.
But he does have other
So
songs.
for me, for Lugudi, it's in, based on the criteria
Are we looking at him as a DJ or as an artist?
as an artist.
Now, ho tswa ho nna, Le Goody as an artist,
As a no.
it's a yes.
Wow. Wow.
So Liguri is in. Let's go to Stage Lebaka.
Spell Jidebaka, kwena tleng ka
I
ntle.
came up with the name and Askis because mainly number one, I'm not his target market, and yet I got to know of him, and because of that, I ended up, for example, following him. I'm seeing him on stage. I'm seeing his music digitally. I don't know the numbers, but I'm seeing he's got music digitally, meaning that there's new music in 2022. I'm seeing professionalism. Seeing personal branding. I mean, when people start investing in themselves and putting money into that. Clothes as well, personal branding, visibility, and like I said, booking, social media following, I'm not sure about. Digital numbers, like I said, I'm not sure about, but I don't know in terms of radio, guys. You'll let me know in terms of radio, but that's
He's on
my
the
argument.
chat, you know.
Yep. So for me, he's an in.
For me, Stage Lebaka in.
That's two already. Moving on, we'll come back to him. MC Fire.
MC Fire, o bile industry for a very long time. Ntsa dula ntsha, o ntshitse le new music now. But the booking hana tsona hakalo. Visibility ya e sharp.
Social media.
Social media hai entse e kare ya karabo sentse so
Have you seen my Instagram channel? Have you
no
seen my
ke bua ka
Instagram?
social media
When you
in
know our
general.
content,
When
please.
you know what content
Wa bona. So for now
It's a no.
ke kopa hore o sebetse ka thata for next year MC Fire.
So it's
It's
a
a
no.
no from.
Kasango.
Yo, I didn't know
when
Kasango is from the
When
Free
it comes to
State.
Kasango, I feel like a lot of us, especially in the Free State, we missed him for the fact that we don't know he's from Free State.
Yep.
You understand? So, obviously, Osama was a big song. He's still releasing a song, songs even till date.
Yeah.
He's touring internationally.
Yep.
He's a international brand, social media, present. Yeah.
As you are wasting our time. Kasango is a
Kasango is
yes.
definitely in.
Yeah.
Prince
Kasango.
KB.
Prince
I
KB no
think
asa
for me-
release.
Leno chulo social media right.
Intele artist or intele businessman.
Sure.
No, Prince KB is a no.
Shots.
I'm really not sure.
Where's the bulletproof?
So he's out. Stino Lithuania. Let's not argue about it.
Still only 20. Eish.
I'm seeing them on stage. I see flyers and they are there. I mean, like.
And
Yeah,
when they are
bookings,
on that stage,
sharp.
their presence is fire.
I'm just putting it out there. Yeah.
We know their songs, we sing along. They did release music this year, and they are featured in a couple of songs as well. They have another song with Casper Nyovest as well. They performed at Philip, the recent one.
Definitely representing.
Representing Free State, definitely. They're from Free State. Social media.
Radio playlisting.
Yes, that song, Li Kulichana. Yes. I'm not.
Okay. Sharp.
It's a in, that's
It's an
safe.
in,
They are in.
yeah.
Yeah, that's safe.
Tebo Moruti. Kima khedin Tebo Moruti.
I don't
Wait.
know, but it could be me, and I will still stand by it.
Okay.
It could
Give
be
us
me.
the reasons.
Yeah.
And now I would have him in for the mere fact that this year alone, people were fighting for him.
Yes.
They-
Yes.
It shows that he has that strong connection with his followers.
Yeah.
You understand? And for that reason, Tebo Mruti has to be part of the top 10 list.
No, Haribuenka
Criteria.
Okay, the criteria.
Yeah.
Okay, in terms of bookings,
I
Bamulani for the bookings.
stage
Sonata
presence,
Bookings.
when he
people,
is.
people demand for him to
Yes.
be on lineups. Yeah.
Definitely. Even Gogo Groovung, where you wouldn't
Yeah.
expect the person to be there.
Perform other songs.
Apparently,
I
but
only
Bang
know one
Tsela
song.
has got songs.
Una le pina tse kae?
No, the thing, the Pina, from people. No, I'm like, I know of, like, for example, if we could research now.
No.
then
Ko
chances
para
are-
search guys. Tebo Moruti only have one song.
I always hear the same song.
But no, that's because we are not the target market, guys.
Kasango,
No, I'm not saying that. I love his
Kasango.
music.
Yeah.
And ntataruna like ke a e bapala ke a e rata ke le ha ke lo letsa wherever mo ke yang
No arguments.
nka e lahlela
Kasango
fela.
na le pina tse kae? Tseo di
Kasango.
tsebahalang, if you're doing it based on that.
Dingata ngwaneso.
Tse
Ha di
tsebahalang.
le 2 or more dingata. Tebo ke tseba e one nna ha ke re hana tsone but I only know one. So motho a tsebang hore ona le tse ding ke kopa o njwetse ke eng pina tsa Tebo Moruti tse o di hopolang.
So let's go according to the criteria, right? Criteria. So it's professionalism. I'd like to believe that he's professional. Otherwise, despite people fighting for him, promoters wouldn't be booking him. He wouldn't be getting interviews on national platforms as well.
Yes.
I'd like to believe personal
Personal branding.
branding. I can show Gayona. I can show.
Gospel ke gospel.
Gospel ke gospel. So I guess
We tshwere hantle.
Yes, we tshwere hantle, I guess.
Pre-
Visibility. He's very visible in terms of.
Yes,
I mean,
that
we
he
all
is.
know Tebogo Moruti.
Bookings even.
Bookings, we see him performing. Social media following, I'm not familiar with. Digital numbers, I'd like to believe he's got big numbers. I'd like to
What
research
are
Yeah,
Yeah,
ho
so-
ntataruna ya I believe.
Yeah, because
So
the thing
digitally-
about gospel is that the people will
Digi-
stream the music.
Yeah,
digitally,
yeah,
I'd
that's-
like to
Stream.
believe. Radio playlisting,
Yeah.
okay. Music.
Ntataruna ke.
I want to tell you number one, Pina A1.
Yeah, let's-
O tlo kgutlela ho wena. However, looking at the
Does he have
criteria,
new music? Okay, but Ofita 50%.
go fit at 50%.
So
based on the
does that mean
criteria.
he's in or out? Kopare voting.
For me, it's in.
Champ?
Ke kopa gore next time o
I reckon it's Tebo
tse
Mruti.
dipina tse ngata Tebo Moruti hle you are in.
Sure, ka rwa mozama.
It's like,
Ekare-
as long
ekare
like,
motho a favor.
No.
For
Yeah,
me, it's an
why
in.
deserve?
For me, it's in.
In.
Yep.
Sello Malete.
I brought up Sello Malete, and mainly because, like, once again, I'm not the target markets, but when you see a gospel flyer in the, like, well, not even in the Free State only, but you see Sello Malete, you know what I mean? Because I might fail with a whole lot of other things because I'm not familiar with him, but the fact that I get target market, but I know of him, for me, that counts for something. Professionalism, once again, same argument with as Tebo Morutu. If clients keep coming back for you, or keep coming back, or keep trusting you with their money and everything else, it means that you are a professional. Number two, personal branding. I take shock and visibility. I'd like to believe he's there as a gospel, and I worry. I guess that's why I'm here to fight for them. Bookings, however, chats or no chats. Chats or no chats, I'm just stating, like it is what it is. Booking, social media following, look, okay, guys, I'm trying to sell him, but I'm not winning. However, he deserves a special mention.
So you can tell that you're failing.
No, but I'm very honest. I'm very honest.
But you fought for him.
I fought. No. Like he deserves a mention.
Zazi, is he in?
Out for me.
Chan?
Selomalete 100% out.
Let's go and,
no, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Let's go to Chronicle Deep and find out if Chronicle is in or out.
Chronicle Deep, he's in the same space as Captain FS. You really need to follow him, to know his accolades and everything. So, for that, for now, no.
Special mention.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
C-Lab?
Libe aweka, yeah.
C-Lab? Then everyone went silent.
C-Lab was
It's a good mention.
Ke mong wa di artist tse sebetsang ka thata, but ha ole ke motho a producing, so ne re batla fela lebitso la le kene ho di suggestion because of Spanisai, but he's out.
C-Lab.
Shout out, man.
That is out.
When Spanisai was Panama
Money Nice.
blind.
I came up with the name Money Nice. I first knew about him at the Central Music Awards when the list and whatnot and people were campaigning and whatnot. And I would easily have the same argument as him because Kimutiba as a producer. So for me, I felt that he needed to be in there because he's behind a whole lot of people's success. Same argument he had.
Yeah.
But as for top 10, I cannot have enough arguments for him to be in the top 10.
And what I'm getting from that is that he's out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a no.
Yeah.
Money Nice.
Okay, moving on. Is that Fresh Beatmaster?
Fresh Beatmaster.
Kwa guy, welcome. Kwa guy.
Ma'am.
Fresh beat. Come on.
Kwa Moblong.
One more blow. Okay.
He's one of the guys bao eleng hore o spana ka thata, but Spanish hai has khonu fihlela bathong ka tsela e right. Ka khola e ka nna ya ba ntwe tshwanang le ya okay, re ka compare. O spane haholo a spana le bo Oskido, nenne ngola rekisetsa Nike Music Pina, spane le bo DJ Tira back then.
Okay.
But now Konanza khutlela back in the game.
As
So
an artist himself.
maybe next year ka mo hopola hore he was on the suggestion names and then
Okay.
utla basala ho top
So
10.
for now, what I'm getting is that Ramonta.
Yeah.
And then the last one, can we please just keep our arguments short?
Okay.
Ramokenya kapa Ramonta.
Music Fonza.
No for me.
It's a no for now.
Okay. Now they were suggested from the floor and social media. We have Kerie, where it's a house, where it's a Renale Keleto Mufukeng, where it's a gospel, Tsusino Mvuselelo, where it's a gospel, Farm Boy, hip hop, and then Rawhide Monarch as well. So can we just discuss them briefly? Is there a name there that you saw that you would like on the list?
Yo guys, Kade Ubina Munat. Ke maikutlo aka. Dipineng tse wa leng teng ho tsona, like you feel hore this snake and egg. He's the guy abina mo. Hona le pineng go ba qetang ho ntsha no. Ne ke e bapala for the first time last week. No, this week. Ibitswa Magumba. Leona is going to be a very big song. Ha ke mo follow on social media. Le di booking I'm not sure professional. Ha se motho ke mo tsebang hakalo, but I know. So the suggestion in Nkamukenya, but when it comes to top 10, I don't think it's the right time for
Is
now.
it the same Kadir from the Zone? That's him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is that a out?
Yeah, for
Out
now.
for me.
Is there another name that you'd like to discuss that you'd maybe like to add onto the list that I mentioned?
From my
We
side,
still have
no.
Keleto Mufukeng, Tsusino Mvuselelo, Farm Boy, and Rawhide Monarch.
Yeah, last pan I got fail about Bada, but we are on all of them. It's a no.
Okay.
For now.
Now.
Keloto Mufukeng is a good mention, but I wouldn't have him.
But
now.
I keep sharp,
Yeah.
but not for top 10.
Sharp. Now what we're going to be doing is looking at the names that we already have, and looking at the list, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ins. That means we have to remove 3 people and then discuss how we are placing them on our chart.
Captain, you are
So
out.
we have Kenny McVettel, we said Kenny's in. We have Andy Swa, we have PKMZ, we have Afrotonic, Gamza Heavy Point, Debo Homoloyi 2.1, Uncle R, Liguri, Stage Libaka, Kasango, Stinoli 20, Debo Murudi. So those are the 13
This is a dope list.
Mm.
It's a dope list.
Okay. What I think we're going to do is that have our producers arrange them or put the names that we have, and then after that, we're going to go to an ad break, and then quickly after that, we're going to be placing them correctly and checking. Maybe Raurata, but you don't deserve to be on the list.
3 names will be out of the top 13 so that we make it top 10 of the Free State artists of the year 2022.
Big Zo. Juzia short.
What do you think makes a cloud? Liru.
What makes it loud? I think I've got 2 things. Air pollution.
Wait a minute.
Air pollution makes clouds. I mean,
Who are you?
I've been taught in school air pollution, when you make air pollution.
You are slow learner.
Oh, not loud, you are.
What makes a cloud?
Crowd or clown?
Cloud. Liru.
Evaporation.
What
makes a cloud?
What makes a cloud? Morse code. But who? Steam.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess steam.
What makes it loud? Alcohol.
What? Oh my God!
It makes it loud.
Breaking news. Cloud.
Look at this
A
dude.
cloud. Rain.
A cloud.
We had some difficulties the first time, but if it's nice, you do it twice, and that is why we are back again with Farm Boy to give us yet another fire performance. But just a quick reminder, right? Where do they get you on social media, and how do they get a hold of you for bookings?
Again, they can get me on Instagram. It's @farmboy_b. Facebook, it's farmboy. Twitter, it's @farmboy_b.
Listen.
Thank you.
The floor is yours. The stage is yours. Set it on fire.
Let's go.
Enjoy.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Sure. Okay. 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 Yeah.
Begamalanga says on me. I can't wait for days I say keep popping. Man, I can never give up, give up, give up. I'll never give up, give up, give up. Begamalanga says on me. I can't wait for days I say keep popping. And I can never give up, give up, give up. I'll never give up, give up, give up. Begamalanga says on me. I can't wait for days I say keep popping. And I can never give up, give up, give up. I'll never give up, give up, give up. I'm gonna say I saw me let. Dilindile, intana zami sezi popile. Teki kopile, gazali bami seba kulile. Teki kopile, I started thinking seba loile. Sedi kofi we uri muti sina kawe. Tiri mutebile, I can never quit. Cause you wanna be the king. Can you let me be? I was born a perfect leader. I'ma do my seed, ooh, I can never chill, so I'm gonna go get team. I don't take a pill, man, I got my own stamina. If you feeling me, then you know I am the leader. Kulu season, you can't tell it. Bega malanga says on me. I can't wait for days I say keep popping. Man, I can never give up, give up, give up. I'll never give up, give up, give up. Bega malanga says on me. I can't wait for days I say keep popping. And I can never give up, give up, give up. I'll never give up, give up, give up. Bega malanga says on me. I can't
regret. I spark a dead not because I love it, I got stress. Pains and memories are overloading in my chest. This life we live started looking something like a test. Cause everybody out here really tryna be the best. Ain't nobody out here really tryna be the less. Aliko pan in Tereleka, man, it's like we cast. Rage of divorce, I really have, we're struggling to match. Okay, that's the Benzamina. I will never give up. I follow my procedure. Hustle like a ninja. The Kekelan Tiba. Kekelan Tiba. The Kekelan Tiba. One more time. They got my long, I say a song deep. I can't wait for days I say keep up. Yeah. Beg I can never give up. I'll never give up. Beg I'm a long, I say a song deep. I can't wait for days I say keep up. And I can never give up. Can never give up. Beg I'm a
What a
long, I
fire
say a
song.
song deep.
I'm absolutely in love with it. You killed it. I think that's my new favorite song. It's my new anthem. Get to like a poster story because that's just how much I love it. And you're putting in so much work, and we appreciate you so much for that performance. Any last thing that you'd like to say quickly? Again, remind them about your social media.
Again, please go check me on Facebook, Fanboy, Instagram, @fanboy_B, Twitter, @fanboy_B also. Thanks very much, Bafetu.
Listen, it's another fire performance and welcome back. And for now, what happened before that performance is that we chose the names of the people that we believe deserve to be on the list. Now we're going to be cutting out 3 names and, of course, then ordering them into the top 10 that we are all here for. Karabo, what is happening that side?
Listen, we received a couple of suggestions as well on social media. Like around about 2 minutes ago, someone suggested Semito. They also suggested,
They also suggested Bondo as well, but unfortunately, your comments came through late 2 minutes ago, so we're narrowing it down to 10. We have 13 names. 14. Alrighty, we have 14 names, so 4 people are going to be out of the list. Then we are going to have our Free State Top 10 artists of 2022. You guys have been discussing rather.
Disagreeing as well.
Sorry for that.
Yeah,
And
disgusting.
disagreeing as well, agreeing on some
Catching
names as well. What really went down? Who do we have now?
Guys.
Who's out?
For fairness, ke kopa hore ke Bondo le Semito re kgutleleng because batho ba bang a ke re khona ba kenang a re se ke ga ba kwalla ka ntle, to be honest. Ke Bondo le mang?
Le Semito.
Semito re ile ga mo suggest di suggestion names a re a dumellana le yena. So motho a tsebe a se ka nana hore mo fitile fela le yena o na le listing ya di suggestion but ha ya ba motho e le horeng o deserve hore mo kenye listing. Bondo wa mo tsebe.
I know Bondo. I see he's been pushing. However, I don't know if it would be fair to put him in the top 10.
Kore kona industry e fila vibe ya Bondo.
Okay.
Re rata le pina ya hae but ha so be maemong a hore ka dumelang hore ka ba top 10 jwalo ka ba bang. So for now re a leboha.
Yes, thank you so much for your suggestions. And of course, keep on interacting on social media. We are on Free State Online.
And perhaps I can't decide based on everything else, guys, and in fairness, like trying to be fair. Everybody else, but I can't decide between Kamza and PKMZ who to eliminate, my last name, between those 2.
Okay.
But everybody else, I can't argue taking them off the list.
Between those 2, let's now go. Please give me a 4.
Yo, I very tight yo. Uncle R number 1, Stage Lebaka number 2, Andy Swa number 3. Yo, why ke tshwana le wena jwale? Sure.
Zazi?
Waka wa pili ki Andiswa. The second one ki Kamza Heavy Point. The third one ki Stage Lebaka. And then Ebeba Tewomoloi.
Okay, so now 100% Stage Lebaka is off the list.
I also see that Andiswa is out because already 2 people have voted Andiswa out.
Yep.
Uncle R, 2 people voted Uncle R out as well. And let's look between.
So we just need one more person.
We need one more.
Yeah, remember Uruna who comes le PKMZ re a tshwana re le 2.
Okay, so already, Tebo Homoloy and Kamza Heavy Point, Zazie said Tebo out and Kamza Heavy Point out, right? So we need to choose between the two. Who's going?
So it means comes out 3 times.
Yeah, technically speaking.
Then PKMZ will 2 times. Tebo Homoloy will only 1.
Okay, so we are saying that
Kamza is
PKMZ deserves it more than Kamza.
Yeah.
That's what, so we are removing Kamza Heavy Point.
Yeah.
Now, this should be easy, but it's not going to be. Take it from me. This is the part where we arrange from number 10 up until number 1. Now, how are we working around it? I want us to start from number 10. What do you think?
Do you want me to mention someone? No, I'm asking. Am I now part of the panelists again? Huh? Did you want I already have my list. I have from 10 to 1 right now.
Hey, Chineke, you now. Hey?
It's a pity my friend is not on the list.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, I get about it into connection or what.
But to be honest, I think this is going to be the difficult part of this entire thing that we've started.
Do you still hold the same sentiments in terms of saying Troy M must be number 10?
Yes.
Yes.
In comparison to someone that was almost off the list, which is PKMZ, who deserves the number 10 spot
Oh,
more?
yeah.
PKMZ.
man. PKMZ and then Troy M.
Yeah, PKMZ number 10 ya kanna.
Okay, PK is on number 10. You also agree with that?
I'll agree with them.
So does that mean that we're putting Troy M on 9?
Number 9.
Is that everybody agreeing with that?
For
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Troy
another...
M, 9.
We are doing a final list right
Doing a
now.
final list.
We already
Troy
have our
M,
top
9.
10. We
know,
have to do
I
the
know,
positions,
I
right?
Troy M.
know.
Now coming in at number 8, who would we say only maybe? Mara Ote.
The rest of the
Really
list
sure.
is like
Yo.
yes. Oh, Tebo Muloi was a Zazie had mentioned Tebo Muloi, but I feel that honestly, out of the criteria, he would. For me, he can't be lower than those 2 people. It would be an insult to his work. Tebo Muloi, he had suggested Tebo Muloi, but he was the only one who voted Tebo Muloi out.
But he can't be lower than who?
I feel like he can't be. You were saying you would swap. I get.
Oh, yeah.
You would swap. Who say guy? Number 10. Number 10. I disagree. So
Tebo Homoloy.
Is he at number 8?
For
No.
no.
Okay.
1.
So, Kenny McVital le mona number ma?
Kimona
Top
number
5.
3.
Top 5.
Kamona.
Troy M, okay, Utsuile, PKMZ Utsuile, Afrotonic le mona number ma?
Every Maharing. Maharing.
8.
Tebo Muloi le mona kae?
I feel Tebo Muloi should be in the top 5.
Yeah.
You have 3 names in the top 5, by the way.
Hey, that's fine.
Sharp.
I will fight for them. Sharpy face.
Liguri? Do you think Liguri should be on top 5?
No.
Liguri Uganda meo na mo number 6 re ka tla we.
6
And that's me being objective, guys.
Eh, no tšere di bea fela ke. Re batla.
We are putting down the.
Ke kopa o itse 2.1 number 1 then re tla khutlela
Oh
ho yona.
hell no. Oh hell
Re
no.
could discuss again.
Kasang?
For now ba be mo.
Nasiras, really, I would have, other than the fact that music, you know, having a popular song and whatever,
Everything else.
everything else,
Yes.
I would have Lugude at 1.
At number 1.
At 1.
Besides-
Let's
besides the
leave the music.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's leave now. We'll Pine Biggie, everything
So out
else.
of everything
Okay.
we've mentioned in the criteria.
Yes, I would have.
Hopefully that's the only thing that he doesn't have.
Okay.
So technically he
But he
yes.
released something.
But
right?
music,
but
but
you
it
mentioned
was-
it was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I
Oh,
was
I'm
just
asking.
saying.
If we look, yeah.
Okay.
So I would have him at 1.
Okay.
Kopa,
Le
why
good.
I would have 2.1 go number 1? Your reasons, please, because this does not make sense.
Come on.
Consistency, my sister.
Man.
When it comes to music, wabo.
I would have 2.1 at number 2.
The order.
Le new music, but ka down tsa le pina engwe bitswang ka hore ke Stimela.
Mean that is that.
Sa mo batla pina e wena ngwaneso.
So new music, yes, number 1. Artist, okay.
Professionalism.
Professionalism, okay.
Visibility,
All right,
Visibility, yeah.
social
Okay.
media,
Social media.
Social media
radio play.
ba sharp le teng.
Ba
Just the
sharp
fella
ka
following
pale.
na ha ba ha nyolowe the way ba deserve ka teng. But interaction e teng le bona ba khona hore ba interact le batho
Digital numbers.
di a downloadiwa pina tsa bone no tso qeta ho feta legwana ne o le letsitse pina ya 2.1 radio play ha ona radio e senang pina ya 2.1
Kasango le mona number ma. Because we're still looking for number 8.
ko bomme number 8 ka sango
Haona
ga tla
mohlang. Haona mohlang.
Your top 5 has like 8 people.
Bona ho salang ha hona mohlang. Ha hona mohlang. Guys, we look at my before we go into all these names and as much as we are there, but you cannot take an internationally celebrated from the Free State. How number 8?
no we said for now
That's why
it's very possible for him to jump from number 8 to number 1
Then actually coming back, we're running out of time.
I actually want to see something.
Yeah.
Please mention your top 5.
No,
because your
Hey,
argument is
okay.
going against. Please mention
Have a
your top 5.
okay.
Okay, let's move on. Afrotonic. Where are we placing
You're
Afrotonic?
contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not contradicting myself, but I will fight.
Afrotonic.
Number
okay.
8.
Between number 8.
Number 8.
eh be
Number
Afrotonic
eight.
number 8
Okay, number 7.
Number 8. Okay.
Stino le 20.
Tino le 20
Number 7.
7.
Number
Ke dumelana
7
le 7.
jo o kopa o tlose legudi mohle number 6
O fatshe man.
ha legudi wa sebetsa raimane ai legudi o sebetsa ka thata haholo ngwaneso
Kasango. Back to Kasango.
Kasango ge
Kasango, like I mentioned earlier on, we missed him.
Yeah.
Ne, we missed him. So for this top 10, I would put him at number 4.
yeah I agree
So are we saying, are you putting him at number 4? We're basically saying, hore, Ligudi li 2.1, nationally, globally, nationally, in terms of everything else, they've done more work than Kasango.
No, all I'm saying is we didn't celebrate him the previous
And
year.
that's our mistake. I get, we are acknowledging our mistake. So how we bear number 4? My question is, does that mean hore mosebetsi wa 2.1 le Ligudi o betere ho kapa o mongata ho feta wa Kasango? Is that what we say nationally? Because now we're not just looking at the Free State. Now we are fighting for the top dogs in our province.
So you're saying Kasango is representing South Africa?
Yeah.
guys
And
Basically.
okay
How old?
Okay, so let's hear between Ligudi and Kasango.
and
Who's
2.1
going- Oh, and 2.1.
yeah 3 of them
Those are the only options.
o dumelana le nna ke re legudi Kasango and 2.1 ba top 3
Definitely.
Where's Kenny
What do you mean?
McVital? Does that put Kenny McVital at number 6?
4. Ponna.
so top 3 rena leo
I'd say number
already.
6. McVital would be number 6 because I would choose Tebo Muruti in the top 5 over Kenny McVital.
Oh, we still have Tebo Muruti.
Yeah.
no nna ke dumele gore Kenny McVital o number 6 Tebo Moruti ka tlase
Let's hear it.
Kenny McVital ke feel go spanne haholo ho feta Tebo Moruti from selemo se qala till today
No arguments there. No
Okay.
arguments
And
at
back
all.
to what, I don't know, you mentioned people wanting Tebo back on stage
Yeah.
because of the song, right? And Kenny released something this year, and which went on to trend,
Yeah.
the TikTok song. So, okay.
and even before mo Kenny o ntshitse Chibuku o spanne ebile o sa tswa lo feature national artist
Yebo.
pina ya hae last year e gautse selemo on number 1 radio station ka ra Free State
No arguments,
Yeah,
but
Kenny
it's just the
McVital.
placing. No arguments, however, the placing. I will still argue that if somebody is celebrated nationally, I will always vote for somebody who's nationally recognized over somebody who's only recognized in the Free State or
Makes
celebrated
sense.
in the Free State. So
Okay.
we don't argue the fact that
Yeah.
but we cannot say that somebody who's recognized nationally and internationally does not deserve a better spot than Ken McVital.
Okay, so Tebo Muruti is going on 4.
Tebo Muruti is going on 4.
We left with from 4 until 1.
but guys I
There's
can
something
understand
wrong
gore
here.
between Tebo Moruti le Kenny McVital ebe McVital o ya 4 Kenny o 6 but ke ntse ke ntsha di fact tse kana kana
Kenny McVital Ramobona in Mangaung. Mangaung.
Tebo Moruti
Tebo Moruti ha tsebahale Freestata na kaofela. Tebo Moruti was like onanta sa
Even
kenye
in South
touch
Africa, he
in
was
South
going
Africa.
around.
Yes.
In South Africa, he's recognized. So that's where my argument about Kenny and Tebo come in place.
If we're going
But
to be
remember,
doing,
guys.
sorry, if we're going to be doing that argument, does that mean Lugudi is also then nationally and all of that?
No.
But
Ligudi.
guys,
Yeah.
remember, Teboho Moruti le Kenny McVital ba sebetsa yes, but ha ba etse ntho e tshwanang.
But they're artists.
Ene taba hore Tebo Moruti o celebrate one national, Kenny ha celebrate national. Industry ya rona ha e tshwane.
I'm not saying he's not celebrating.
It's not
nationally.
easy for a hip hop artist to blow up, but for a gospel artist, re bona it's that difficult. Or
But
a
that,
blow up.
that cannot be the difficulty of the industry cannot be
Yeah,
an
but
argument.
now,
And also
based on that criteria, I would still have Mike Vital come.
before
Higher
than
Before
Tebo
Tebo
Moruti.
Moruti.
Okay.
Kenny McVital
Also, time is not on our side.
Yeah, no arguments about Kenny McVital. I'm just saying I will always choose somebody who's. Re bone kaofela o sebeditse.
o
No
celebrate
argument.
jwang, like o kry-ile di-awards,
No, I'm
o
saying
entseng
hona
Tebo
le tjenana,
Moruti.
if on any platform, if you had to put these two names right now
Yeah.
on people that are not on this panel, that are not from the Free State,
Yeah.
who are they gonna know?
Okay. Now let's
Nationally.
remember.
Nationally, who are
we
they gonna know?
We live in a democratic country, and majority always wins. So now, what are we saying about in regards to Kenny McVital and Tebo Moruti? Can we all, as panelists,
Kenny
just
McVital
decide?
on top.
Zazie?
I would have Kenny McVital
At number?
at number 4 there.
Swap
And
it.
then swap Tebo Moruta ska ya hodimo. Ebe Tebo Molo ebe ba Tebo Moruti.
Tebo Moruti, Beba Kenny McVital.
Yes.
So what I'm hearing is that number 6 is Tebo Moloi. Number
And then
6 is Tebo
Moruti on
Moloi.
5.
Number 5 is Tebo Moruti. Number 4 is Kenny McVital. Now the argument is between 2.1, Ligudi, and Kasango. Producers? Number 6.
You know what? Can I argue on the top 3? Because fella had top 3 ke tlo e lwanela. On the top 3, I can easily say 2.1 Ligudi and Kasango. Let's look at the artist body of work throughout 2022. And the one argument or the one thing we all agree on is that, for example, Kasango has 1, 2, maybe 3 songs.
Yeah.
Ligudi has 1 song that we know of, and therefore 2.1 in terms of consistency and the music released would mean, or 2.1 puts them ahead of Ligudi and Kasango. That's my argument, meaning that they would be at number 1.
2.1.
2.1.
Sure. Champ?
Guys, yeah, 2.1. Ki buile ka di suggestion ka re le motho le ba tloseng le di suggestion le ba be number 1. Le Gudi wa bona ha ka pusha ka taba hore antshe music fela. Free State ena ga e shebisa fatshe e ka ba le president.
True.
Ke number 2 ya ka. Kasango ne ke mo lebetse ha ra mo celebrate enough. Not ho mo lebala as such, ne ke sa tsebe hore o tswa Free State. But no how mplella, I'm like, wow. Number 3.
You're putting Kasango on 3.
Yes.
So that means Ligudi is on 2.
Yeah.
And then at number 1,
it's 2.1.
It's 2.1.
Ah, come on.
Dun, ding, ding. I think the song should be playing as we celebrate.
Butle,
yeah.
Zazie ha re so utlwe.
No, ka number 3, I agree with you guys. In terms of 2 and 1, I still feel Ligudi should be at 1.
Why?
Like Ikicholo, there's only one thing I should like music fela.
Fair point.
The
Is it-
rest
Fair
was
point.
sharp.
But let's
Can I
compare
ask-
it with 2.1 as well,
Exactly.
right? Their music, how is it? Let's
The
compare it,
music
we're
is-
comparing the two
King is
art-
shot down with 2.1.
artists.
I shot down 2.1. Presence.
On
No, I'm
stage.
not saying the presence. Mamela. I'm not saying the presence
Utlwa
is not
to
there.
Facebook ba re. Bona di comment
Mamela.
di etsa.
Utlwa
Oh,
audience.
sheba di comment.
Listen to me.
I'm
I'm not
not
saying-
chance.
I'm not saying 2.1 haina presence. Ne?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is you can't really miss Ligudi. There's no way. you would miss him.
In terms of your
Image,
argument.
yes. If I were to, let's say I were to choose between 2.1 and Lugudi with Image, I would choose Lugudi.
Lugudi and our span.
If I were to, if we were to look into professionalism,
As a
Skalabala
musical- as a
Lugudi
musical
this year
artist.
alone had, I don't know, Libita endorsements.
Yeah.
I was about to say, in terms of coining it,
Lugudi
it.
Lugudi ha hanana leo. But re kopa go jetse 2.1. Lugudi ena ntho tseo di teng. Only one thing fela gore a release music.
Let's remember our criteria.
Ke ntho e ke buile le nna
And
ha
also
ka
we have to
release
wrap
music.
things up, so we have to
O
make it
qetile ka
quickly.
Free State.
So you agree.
I
Majority
think-
also
I think
failed
it's
you.
2-1, so yeah.
Majority also failed you.
So
So
it's-
just a reminder of how the list is looking, and I think this is the final list because we are running out of time. Or we have run out of
Are we
time.
putting a
actually.
stamp to it?
Yeah. PKMZ sitting
Re
at
kopa
number
utlwa
10. At number 10, we have PKMZ. At number 9, we have Troy
comment
M.
tse pedi fela hle.
Yeah, I have
Setjhaba se kene.
the 6 and 5.
Our producers are
I
fighting.
still, ekarete bomlo ya ka ba ya hodimo kwa.
Can I say something? Ke a tseba hore nako e fedile.
Our producers are fighting.
Yes, but my argument, and I guess this is for people behind the scenes of the Free State Top 10. And these guys, like, you are more about circular music. You know what I mean? And this is where I guess ke hlotse haholo. Because I am looking at all genres, not just circular music. And I say
Yeah.
circular music because I'm not just looking at my piano or whatever is trending right now. We are looking at people. So going forward, it would really be helpful if all future panelists as well look at all genres, because my issue will always remain that honali di genre tse re di kgethollang just because we are not familiar with them.
That's true. Re dumelana le wena.
Briefly, in less than 2
Utlwile akere-
minutes, can you also have your final words, Champ?
Ba utlwile.
You sharp.
Bana beso nna ke
Less than
kopa ho bua haholo le di-artist re na le talente e ngata Free State eo e leng hore ha e recognize. One, ha re batle ho sebetsa mmoho. Two, we always fight re lwantsha ntho e nngwe le e nngwe e tlang ho rona.
That camera.
Hona jwale top 10 ena e tla be ho thwe because of this and this and that, but o lebala ho kena deep into details hore why mang a le teng top 10eng. 3, ha re tsebeng di-channel tse right tsa hore re etse dintho. Re ke bue ka radio bane ke tswa radio. Hore pina ya hao e bapalwe radiong, you know you have to register le SAMRO, you have to register le RISA, you have to register. O submit pina ya hao, o etse follow up hore pina ya hao e kentswe playlisting, o etse follow up. So most of the artists ba tsebahala zone fela because ba ntsha music o bona ba feelang hore o good, but ha ba batle hore ba etse di-channel tse ba latele di-channel tse right hore music wa bona o tsebahale le bona ba tsebahale. Ya o qetela, let's work together, we can do more. Le ho etsa research ka dintho tse ka re behang mapeng as Free State. At the end of the day, top 10 ena ha se top 10 ya hore wena ya siyo top 10ing, it means ha o etse next. There's a lot, but mang le mang o na le nako ya hae, mang le mang o na le spot sa hae. So for now, let's celebrate our top 10 because ba sebeditse le mesebetsi ya bona re a tseba.
And the final words from, of course, our last panelist, Zazi.
All I'm gonna say, guys, please continue giving us, more craft, so that we can consume it and make this top 10 list tougher.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much to all our panelists. That was Zazi, of course, the champion ya radio, the blesser ya radio, and of course the T-Way as well. I'm just going to mention how the list is standing. At number 10, we have PKMZ. At number 9, we have Choi M. At number 8, we have Afrotonic. Of course, sitting at number 7 is Stino Letweni. Number 6, Broda Stebo Muruti. Number 5, Broda Stebo Moloi. Sitting at number 4 is Kenny McVital. Number 3, Kikasango. Number 2 is Lugudi. And of course, the artist of the year in the Free State is 2.1. Thank you so much to everybody that tuned in. It was quite a difficult one, and thank you so much for bringing in your comments as well, your contribution. We highly, highly appreciate it. My name is Angela Lindano, hosted by Karabo Sense, which I'm going to be throwing it over to.
It was a long way to come here, but finally we have our top 10 Free State Top 10 Artists of 2022. We do this every year from FS Online channel, where we come twice a year and make sure that we celebrate, recognize, clap hands for those that are doing good in the music scene. And I would like to make a plea. Angela, maybe we should have one for radio, don't you think?
Hey, Ashley.
Yeah, I'm number one, of course. Okay. We already know that. We're closing it off with our fave. She's back and she's here to sing Kisikilwe. Kisikilwe. Jesu ha umpita. Until next year, and hopefully I'll be back and got the tender again. See you then. Bye-bye.